My dear students, today I am going to make a video lecture for the students of literature, and it is about Longinus as a critic. You know that Longinus was a Greek critic of 4th century, and he was at the age of Queen Zenobia. Longinus says that the function of literature is not only to instruct and delight, but to fill the readers with ecstasy. It will cast spill over them. It sweeps the readers like a flash of lightning. He says that the soul of man is from the spark of God. So man will praise his volcano and not a stream. He is going to define, he is going to praise the flash of lightning and not a candle. It means that he is striving for titanic, for huge things, to gain more and more. He says that literature must be sublime because sublimity is the echo of a great soul. What is sublimity? Sublimity actually the product of universality. So he tells us about the sources of sublimity. The first sources of sublimity is conception. If he has powerful senses, more than a common man, so those powerful senses will give him powerful feelings, and those powerful feelings will be converted into powerful emotions. So powerful emotions will give them a powerful conception. Then this powerful conception will be transformed into figure of speech. The conception will be powerful and it will be disciplined. It will be disciplined in the figures as well as diction when the emotions became deeper and deeper. When we have deeper emotions, it will be a strong emotions. Then those strong emotions will start it to overflow. And these overflowing emotions will be disciplined, will be managed within figure of speech and within selection of words. So figure of speech are important because a poet will use figurative language, not a common language. So thus he will got universality and his literature will be a sublime literature. Longinus again says that faulty genius is better than a flawless mediocre. Now let me tell what the faulty genius is. Faulty genius is a person who is going for the competition. He is participating in every sort of competition. Sometimes he is getting success and sometimes he is getting failure. If he is facing with failure, this is not a problem. This person, sometime he is getting success and sometime he is facing failure. That is better than that person. He is not participating in the competition for the fear to be failed or for the fear of failure. So, who is feeling terrifying from failure is called flawless mediocre. So, faulty genius is better than a flawless mediocre. Again, Longinus says that not failure, but low aim is crime. If we are facing failure, this is not our fault. We are brave because we are participating in the competition. But if we have the low aim, actually we are against our creation because God has created man or God has created the soul of man from his own spark. So the spark of God will never be satisfied what he has, so he will strive to gain more and more. So man will not be satisfied from his present position, but he will striving again and again to get better position. So poet is not a common man. Poet is that man who wants to gain better and better position and striving for the betterness. So poet is not only a teacher, poet is not only instructing, but poet casting a spell over the reader, to cast ecstasy over them, to spell over them, and to transform them towards better human being, and to transform them towards good people. So poet is not an ordinary man. Then he is going to discuss about the tests of sublimity. What are the tests of sublimity? The first test of sublimity is that sublime literature will never stale, meaning which, with the passage of time, it will not devalue its importance, but its importance will rise with the passage of time. So it will not be staled. The second thing is that will be inspiring, that will be suggestive, that will be just like a food for literary person. So if it is just like a food for literary person, it will have attraction. So literary piece of work must have attraction. And the third and a very important thing is, for the test of sublimity is that sublime literature will always be universal. So time is very powerful. Time destroys everything, but it is totally helpless in case of sublime literature, because sublime literature is not only for one age, it is for the whole world. It transcends the barriers of time and age. It will appeal in every age to humanity. So such type of literature, that will be a sublime literature. So, a poet is not only a teacher, a poet is not only an instructor, but a poet will will cast ecstasy over the reader. So, the reader will not feel, that the reader and the poet will not be in his own senses. The poet while he is writing poetry, and the reader while he is reading poetry. So, there will be spell over them, and this thing will transform them towards the best humanity. And a poet will have and the student of literature will have, or a literary person will have, good sensation, good feelings, good emotions about humanity, and he will be the best human being. The purpose of literature, according to Longinus, is that one, to make better human being, to make better human being. So this is all about Longinus as a critic. And be in mind that Longinus was at the 4th century BC, and he was at the age of Queen Zenobia. There are other conception as well about Longinus. Some says that he was from 3rd century BC, some says that he was from 5th century BC, but the actual research on Longinus says that he was from 4th century BC at the age of Queen Zenobia, and he was a courtier as well. So within Greek history, there he has mentioned that he was courtier. He was courtier just like Sir Philip Sidney at the age of Queen Elizabeth. Sir Philip Sidney says a court poet. So just like Sir Philip Sidney, Longinus was at the court of Queen Zenobia. So that must be in mind. Thank you so much. And if you are new on my channel, do subscribe it and press the bell icon as well, because then you can get the new notification, especially the students of literature. Thank you so much.